Hey, YouTube. Mugga Jugger Infinity Grooves back with another one. Today, we had to hit this song. Gonna do Adam Sandler, Farley. If you know what it's about, then we'll get into it later. But let's just get it started. You'll hear it in the lyrics.
All right, guys, gonna do this one. This is a very special song. I hope you like it. It means a lot to us. Here we go.
Remix.
First time I saw him, he was sweeter than shit. Plaid jacket and belt too tight, he wasn't even doing a bit. Then he cartwheeled around the room and slow danced with a cleaning lady. He was a one-man party. You know I'm talking about my friend Chris Farley. On Saturday night, my man would always deliver. Whether he was the bumblebee girl or living in a van down by the river. He loved the Bears and Nick could dance at Chippendales with Swayze. When they replaced his coffee with Folgers, he went fucking crazy. The sexiest Gap girl and meatloaf in the band. Without him there'd be no lunch lady in lunch lady land. You know I'm thinking about my boy Chris Farley.
I loved Chris Farley.
Man, he was my he was my favorite, I guess, comedian or actor. You know, between Black Sheep, Tommy Boy, you know, and then the one Beverly Hills Ninja, and then all the skits he did on Saturday Night Live. Man, it was.
He was in Coneheads too. He was dating
the daughter.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name right now off the top of my head.
But he put so much energy. Even his interviews, like one of my favorites is he came down Dave Letterman's set, but he came down the aisle, and was like flipping and grabbing people. Yeah.
I mean, he was when he walked into a room. It was like the energy and everything gravitated towards him. He just had that persona.
Yeah. And then his skits were the funniest.
I loved them.
Because, you
never know what you're going to get.
He had to be wore out from all that, from what he put into the stuff. And I can't imagine what he went through in his personal life.
Yeah, I think his brother was named Kevin.
Yeah, I think so.
He also does stand up and all that stuff, but it's kind of hard living in that shadow.
Oh yeah,
I mean you can't live up to something like that.
And I just take it as if you met Chris Farley outside of him, he'd be the same person you see on TV.
That's like the way we are at work. We're same goobers and goofballs at work we are outside at work, and we're out here. I mean, we are who we are, and that's the way Chris Farley was. I mean, he was like that. He was given 110% of life for time he got up to time whenever he did sleep.
Yeah.
But it caught up with him.
It did, and I miss him.
Man, he was awesome.
Let's keep it going. I'm sitting here looking at this still picture of him singing because that was taken from the show.
Yeah.
Look at the sadness.
Yeah.
He's singing about his friend.
That's like, when I think of Chris Farley, I think of David Spade and I think of Adam Sandler. It's like those two were always gravitated to him when they were out. It's like you never saw one without the other, unless of course, the party.
Yeah, him and Spade are really tight.
And I was just thinking also, some of the earlier movies that Adam Sandler did. It just dawned on me he was the bus driver /
Billy Madison.
Yeah. Well, one time no, you didn't. Well, I know a guy that Nick. No, you didn't. But yeah.
Everybody, get on the bus. No yelling on the bus.
They're sitting over there eating all the lunches while they're out there at the old farm thing or whatever it was. I think. Yeah, that was funny. Then he throws a banana out there and O'Toole rules. O'Toole is. Okay. Never mind.
Keep it going.
After a show, we drink a quart of Jack Daniels and stick the bottle right up his ass. But hungover as hell, that Catholic boy always showed up to morning mass. We tell him slow down, you'll end up like Belushi and Candy. He said those guys are my heroes, that's all fine and dandy. I ain't making that shit up, that's the truth about my boy Chris Farley. I saw him in the office crying with his headphones on, listening to a Casey and the Sunshine Band song. I said, buddy, how the hell's that making you so sad? Then he laughed and said, just thinking about my dad. The last big hang we had was at Timmy Meadows' wedding party. We laughed our balls off all night long, all because of Farley. But a few months later the party came to an end. We flew out to Madison to bury our friend. Nothing was harder than saying goodbye, since watching Chris's father have his turn to cry.
I have to think that I admire Adam Sandler so much because of what he still puts out there. He does it his way, no matter what the critics think, and I think Farley would have been the same way.
Yeah, he would have done stuff his way, comedy his way, movies his way. I mean, I don't see him doing it any other way.
Yeah, and it's just like the last what was it? Hoobie Halloween on Netflix. It was funny.
I mean, but Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, what was the other one after that? Drawing a blank. Oh no! Oh, the Grown Ups 1 and 2. If Chris Farley was still alive, he would have been in Grown Ups.
He would have been in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because could you imagine Chris Farley being in Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2?
Yeah, you'll see a lyric coming up here in a minute.
Hey, buddy, life's moved on, but you still bring us so much joy. Make my kids laugh with your YouTube clips, or Tommy Boy. And when they ask me who's the funniest guy I ever knew, I tell them hands down, without a doubt, it's you. Yeah, I miss hanging out, watching you try to get laid. But most of all, I miss watching you fuck with Spade. You're a legend like you wanted, but I still wish you were here with me. And we were getting on a plane to go shoot Grown Ups 3. Yeah, I mean to say why I'm singing about my friend Chris Farley. And if we make enough noise, maybe he'll hear us. Give it up for the great Chris Farley.
Dude.
Like he said in the lyrics right there, he looked up to John Kennedy and Belushi, and he went out the same way one of them did.
Yeah.
Those guys were funny. I don't know what in their time that they had behind, doing a stand-up, Saturday Night Live, movies, and he lived up, and I think surpassed, their expectations.
Yeah, that's when you're talking about grown ups. That's why I was wanting you to hit that part. Yeah. He was going to get on the plane to shoot Grown Up 3. I wish.
Man, yeah, that would have been.
Just think of Farley in that fight scene.
That's what I was just thinking that you had Shaquille O'Neal on one side, you had Chris Farley on the other. I could just see him running down the hill, ripping off his shirt, like Chippendales with Swayze running down the hill. That's just, oh man.
I love this song though. The first time I heard it, I was locked in and just dead, listening to the lyric, everything he was saying, because I loved Chris Farley so much.
When you have someone that put that kind of emphasis on life and had that kind of, I just forgot the word, the guidance on people in general, his fans.
Yeah.
And it touches you, you hold on to it forever. I mean, no matter who they are, but we love that character. We love that person. And when something goes like he passed away, it was devastating to his fan base.
And the bad thing about it is you saw it coming.
Yeah, he was.
You just waited to that day you heard it.
Yeah, because he was a runaway train.
Mm-hmm.
With no tracks.
And like Adam Sandler said in the song, they tried to talk to him.
Yeah, but he lived life to the fullest. He did it his way.
But we wanted to put this song out there because if you ain't heard it, it's a great tribute song to Chris Farley.
And if you don't know who Chris Farley is, man, just YouTube him. His skits, SNL, all the movies.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need to die with him. His stuff is out there. Everybody needs to see it because it was just hilarious.
Man, I'm talking about, I still, every time I flip through channels and Tommy Boy is on Black Sheep or, Beverly Hills Ninja, which, they say was one of his downfalls, it was going on. Man, I still loved it.
Well, the last movie he did was with Matthew Perry, where they conquered trying to find find America.
Yeah, Almost Famous.
Almost Heroes.
Yeah, that's
a great.
Yeah,
I like that movie.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it till you mentioned it. Yeah, I love that one too, man. I remember when he was climbing up the mountain and he gets to the eagle's nest.
He's climbing up there to get So Matthew Perry is dying, and she says she needs an eagle egg. So he goes up and climbs up there, comes down, and his stomach rumbles. Next thing you know, he's frying up that egg. He got to climb back up there. The eagle attacks him again. He climbs back down, and his stomach rumbles again. He looks at the egg, but there's a boar out there. So he kills the boar, and as he's frying up the bacon, he looks at the egg again. he's got bacon and eggs. So he had to go back up there again. Dude, it's hilarious. And then he makes it all the way back. She cracks open the egg, and I only need the shell. And he's like,
I would have. Then when the guy's talking about a flesh wound, remember the flesh wound? Well, we got to amputate. It's a flesh wound. And he come out. We did all we could. He couldn't make it. It was a flesh wound. Oh man, y'all gotta check these movies out. They're hilarious, man. But yeah, there's no need to let his legacy die. Just let it. It's got to keep going.
He's never gonna die with me.
No, man, not with me. I know.
Until I die.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm getting my kids. They sitting there and watching it with me. I know my youngest one don't know anything about it, but
my son had my same sense of humor,
Yeah.
so he knows all about it. So, all right, guys, that was Adam Sandler, Farley. If you're into grooves, subscribe, like, and comment. Come join us on this journey. Peace.